Yes, I am back, guys. The legend of old has returned to you once again. Okay, so Another Life Season 2 review. Oh man, it's emotional in this season. Obviously, in this season, they kind of explore strange new worlds, kind of thing. Kind of the Star Trek thing at the end of the show. Obviously, the show ends here, and the way they did the end monologue, you do that at the end. So they obviously they must have had a heads up of when the show was about to end. So I'm a bit ill right now. I had to get this season 2 review out to you guys, but it's still fresh in my mind. Netflix Another Life, helped produced by Katie Sackhoff herself. So I was like, wow, Katie Sackhoff produced the show as well. I was like, oh snap! Hey, we realized she produced the show. So I was like, okay, yeah, I love it. I love it. She's the sci-fi queen. This is what Katie Sackhoff is, the sci-fi queen. Before we get into this, real quick, Twitter, Instagram, main two places you're gonna find your boy, Legend of Old. So, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff you know what to do. Press the notification bell, set it to all settings. I'm in your inbox all day, every day. So, this season was very, very, very good. He infiltrated a new alien race. We had the military being villains for a little bit because they're called Yusik. So they at some point tried to work with the Akaya because they don't want to be taken over or destroyed completely. Because they know from the intel from Nico that they have the power to literally destroy any planet at will. One could do that job. But usually they send like a couple of ships out there, them infinity ships out there. I call them infinity ships because they're like infinity symbols, the eternity symbol. But yeah. So that happened. So Nico and Richard, new character that's been introduced, a military guy, and his friend doing one leg. They're kind of like a focal point of this season, and I was surprised how good these characters were. I was like, oh snap, new characters infiltrating the old guard. You get used to certain characters, even though it's like I call it the Game of Thrones of TV shows of the space. But I always was into that. I'm a creature of like habit. So I like if the original crew. I'm like, it takes me a while, but if they're good, then they can win me round. But the original crew, I used to, because even Richard came through when he came out of Soma, out of stasis. He said like, why have you got the B team out here? Literally, that's basically what he said, even without actually saying so many words. But he was like, you assigned Nico a different team because apparently Richard assigned a special team for her. But she's used to these people now. You know what I'm saying? And you have the William and Gabriel storyline in this season as well, which I thought was good. Like they had I was like, me and the family's like, oh, they're going to replace William. I was like, oh, my boy William's about to go. I was like, no, because Gabriel was apparently the upgrade from William. Well, that's what he thought at first, until as the season progressed, he was the original prototype, the faulty prototype that was overwritten to create William. He was the original code, and it was approved upon to create William. So I was like, oh snap, which was on Rekha Sharma, Ursula's character. Rekha Sharma, another Battlestar Galactica alumni up in this show. So we literally got 3 right now. Yeah, 3 is that I know of. We've got Nico, her mum, and then we got Ursula, who's the designer. So 3 Battlestar Galactica characters in the show, so that I know of. But yeah, that happened. So the They had like a little AI battle going on right now, and obviously we have the Yara situation where she almost killed Richard. Richard literally survived the most this season. I was like, oh, literally, I thought this guy was dead. I didn't think Richard was going to survive the first 2 episodes he was in. I literally thought this guy was dying like within the first couple of episodes that he was introduced. I was like, oh snap, this guy is not going to survive. Him and his people that just came out with him, they were not going to survive. Somehow they did. It's crazy. I was surprised. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, I get you. Um, but yeah, what's his name? The one with the metallic leg. I'm trying to find his name. Where is he? What is his name though? Let me just get his name because I need to find his name. The crew of Another Life. We'll find where IMDb. IMDb it, guys. To be certain of certain characters on this show. Where is he? Where is his face? Where is his face? Oh yeah, Dylan. There we go. Dylan's kind of okay. Kurt, yeah, you go. Play by play. Yeah, okay. So we got Dylan. This guy, the one leg walks around metallic leg, and he's a really good character as well. He's a almost like an engineer, scientist type. He's a really good character. He kept Cass grounded because when she was doing a lot of manager duties, if you know what I mean. When she was manning the ship, when Nico was doing her rounds, doing her missions, or got captured at some point by this race called the Kuma. So her and Richard got captured by this random race of aliens. And I was like, what the heck is this? It's kind of like a side plot. But they got captured by this race and they got carved up. Remind you of something out of Fire in the Sky. And I was like, oh, look, a alien autopsy movie. It was crazy. Carved, like lasered up, tortured, near death. They're put in this goop, this yellow amber solution, brought back to life to do these random puzzles, so they can get an artifact for them that they need, like a certain power source what they can't get to because it's a cold planet and they can't survive cold. And Nico finds a way around it and kills the alien on the ship. It was great design, by the way, of that alien, the Kuma. Great design of the Kuma. I like it. This show, they spent so much money in this show. Jeez. They did. Netflix do spend a lot of money on their shows, so I gotta admit that. So they end this stuff so quick. So what the heck? But and they after this season, season 2, they would have to spend a lot more because they were going out into space and see more stuff, more creatures, more aliens. So I understood. Imagine of Dark Matter, because that was another one that Dark Matter was a great show. I don't know why Netflix they messed up once again. But yeah. Nico gets possessed towards the end because they put she volunteers. Well, she literally just runs away from her crew members to do it herself because Cass was volunteering herself for the virus to infiltrate the Akaya. And we find out, oh yeah, also the Akaya isn't the race that we see, because the lights that we see when you go into the kind of the black, and where you see all these lights infiltrating the body and all that kind of thing, talking to human beings. Apparently they're the AI of the Akaians. So they even said like they're the evolution of you, William. They're what you would look at in the future as a pure light, physically, in physical form. You know what I'm saying? Interacting with the human, with reality. So yeah, I found that interesting as well. So they weren't really the race because they were just fighting them. They were literally fighting another AI at this point. Another AI was the big bad. But they put themselves in these spiders, and at one point I thought William was turning villain. I was like, oh snap, is he gonna infiltrate Eric? Is he gonna infiltrate stay in love with Nico. I was like, oh, snap, so I could live with Nico. Like, in the end, oh, come on, bro. You ain't gonna do that, bro. I was like, nah. Look, a fraction of me believed it a little bit. But, yeah, that didn't happen. William helped the crew out. Nico has a exorcist moment. The police are bringing that kind of thing, you know. She's possessed by the Akaya, the Akaya AI, and she infects her Akayan mother, and the effects are she's transformed to all these different forms of like different members of the crew. That was a great visual. I love that visual. Even have like another version of like a mini big bad of the season called Seth, who was like a military agent who willingly offered himself up to the Akaya. He was like annoying in this season as well. He did a good job. I've seen this guy act before. He's really good actor, by the way. Cass put some hands on him, beats his ass for a little bit. The Kayans blow his head off for a start. Just went, we had enough of you. Yeah, we have no use for you anymore. Dead. They blow up one of the Akayan ships at one point with their laser beam, because they found a way to use these what's it called, neutrinos, to infiltrate Akayan ships and blow them up. But they didn't even need that because they used the virus to stop them. So they fled. So the other Akayans fled. They left the galaxy. So they left them alone. They're like, oh no, they can kill us now, so we leave them alone. So they never came back. And other aliens offered their thanks to the human race, and finding ways to get rid of them, and they want to show them their thanks by reaching out to humans. So that's their kind of ending of the show, with Nico summing up with the end thoughts of the show, and saying this is like hello, different languages. And yeah, so people survived at the end of this, which I didn't think would survive. And that was a great little twist as well, because in the first season, people just get wiped. Second season, literally, they laid off on that. People just dying. The ones that, in terms of like the main crew, they laid off that in the second season. Second season, no one was hardly dying. So we got more time with those characters. We had a lot of time in season one with characters, but we had a lot more time to kind of understand who certain people are, what their motivations were, and stuff like that. But yeah, great show overall. First season of Life, check it out. Give this a watch. It's on Netflix right now. Only 2 seasons. Wraps up very well. And I had 2 episodes. I got to a point where there was 2 episodes left, and I was like, how are they gonna end this show? All of a sudden, they did it. They wrapped it up in a way where they could have just finished it off that the proper ending. I believe it. So, which it was. So, they wrapped up very well in a neat little bow. 2 seasons. They beat the Akaya. The Akayas ran off. They don't want these problems. They don't want these problems. No, they were gone. They disappeared. They never came back. But we don't know. They might come back. They might regroup and make another attack. But we don't know because the show's finished. So, if you've seen it, put in the comment section. Let me know what you guys thought about the show. So yeah, wherever you are, there and that, stay safe out here in these streets. This is Legend of All 101 signing out. Peace. Another life. Love you. Peace.